Hey there, it's Matt, and this is going to be a continuation of the N8N video. Here, I'm going to show you quick tips as well as, things that you might have not yet discovered about N8N, and I'm going to be compiling everything in this video. First things first, did you know that you can create a custom chatbot for your website just with N8N? No need for any other third-party platforms. You can do that here. So, for example, you've got a workflow, and then you've got this trigger for a chat message received. You can make the chat publicly available, make sure that it's saved and active. And then you can copy this chat URL. Then this is what it's going to look like. Just to prove it to you, let me just paste the link and ta-da. So this is like the page that you can immediately share to prospects, to your fellow automation specialists. And, you can configure it. So as a hosted chat, you can put authentication. For example, if you want to put like a simple username or password, you can do that here. Right? Username, password, so that not everyone that gets your link can automatically just message the bot, because that's kind of a security issue. But you can also set it to be an N8N user authentication, wherein only N8N users from your N8N can access it. But let's just make it none for now. Then you can configure the initial message, which will show up here. And then you can also configure a couple of things like the title, right? Hi there, because it says hi there here. Then you can also configure this, the color, and so on, like so much more. Even the styling, right? This is the CSS. You can definitely mess with it to make it even more according to your brand. But let's stick with the default for now. And you can also embed it on a website. When you click on embedded chat, you can do the same thing, right? Authentication. But here is where it gets more exciting. You can search for N8N chat. Then, this one, you should have clicked the NPM one. And what this is going to help you with is this code will help you create a chatbot for your website with the, chatbot icon and button on that you can put as code. So this script, all you need to do, just copy this and then put it on your website and it's gonna appear. It's that easy. All right, so let's say you've got your website builder, Wix, Squarespace. For this tutorial, let's try to use Card. So I've got my website here. Most of these website builders have this, embed code block or whatever they call it. It should have the word embed. And if you use that and select this code, then let's try and copy this N8N chat. Copy, go back here, paste it here. Then here's where you should put your production webhook URL. We go back to this one. All right, copy this, save it, paste it here. I don't know what this will look like, but let's see in a moment. All right, so it wasn't working on Card, but I quickly spin this website on Wix. Then when you go to add elements, then look for the one with embed code. Again, embed. And then embed HTML. Then, again, just copy this one. Then copy the chat URL here. Update. And look at that. Through N8N chat, we were able to have the chat bubble. And then with the N8N chat integration, oh wait, there we go. It's now functional. And it's that easy. You can save this Then anyone in the world can view our chatbot. But of course, we gotta put AI agents here and so much more. You can generate invoices, create customer support tickets. Like basically, what happens here is just the tip, and the possibilities are endless. So that's how you can embed it on a website. We're actually developing something that will make the whole process easier. So remember this, you don't even need to select the embedded chat. Just copy this one. Then we're developing this web app specifically for the community that will help you be able to showcase your chatbot for any prospect, for any business. Because the hard part is, getting their website and then putting the embedded chatbot on their website. We made the process super duper easy. So for example, you're trying to target this specific website, like let's say, all right, that's my website. And then, we don't even need to log in. Just paste your N8N webhook URL here, customize it to whatever welcome message you want. Primary color, accent color. Let's say we want a dash of, violet. And then top left or bottom left, generate demo. And that should help you create a demo immediately. You can now copy this link and be able to share it with anyone. And then when you try and view it, it should show the website plus the embedded chatbot without you even needing to copy paste the code. So see, there we go. Super duper easy in a couple of steps. You can try it out. The link is in the description. But going back to the main part of the video, we're done with the embedding of chatbots on websites. Let's now move towards the AI capabilities of N8N. It's getting super duper advanced to the point wherein you don't even need to configure a bunch of stuff. So for example, let me just configure this AI agent. Hold on, I've got so many. All right, simple memory. Then here with the tools, if you try and select, for example, Gmail, see this button right here? Let the model define this parameter. So before, you had to code a bit in order to set the email that we will send to. But now, the AI can now determine it by its own. So if you click on this, all right, it has an error. Parameter 2 is required. There we go. Defined automatically by the model. You can do this for all of the inputs with those. But basically, that just sped up our whole process. I didn't even need to type anything. What's gonna happen is, for example, we chatted with our AI agent. Wait, let me just make sure I'm using my Gmail. Send an email to my email. So let's try and use that. I don't know if this is gonna work. So I didn't, because I think, I'm using the wrong Gmail. But let me just try and send it now. It's gonna go through everything again. Hopefully it works. There we go. I didn't even need to type anything there. It already automatically got that. All right, we're gonna send to this email. So the AI got that. And then, some context that we will be late by 15 minutes. So let's actually check if that's sent. There we go. So it sent 0 minutes ago, meaning that's the AI. Hi, Matt. I wanted to let you know that I will be late by 15 minutes. Thanks for your understanding. Best. Okay. there's just a couple of things that we are gonna do. Like, for example, since that's your name, you can make it to have a description. Always sign off with Matt. And then notice how there is this N8N attribution here. This email was sent automatically with N8N. We can actually go to options, append N8N attribution, turn that off, and that's good. Like, you already have your own AI agent. I didn't even need to like mess with anything. Just click a couple of buttons, and I was able to, do the job. We're we're at that age, right? So that's the second part. You now know how to embed a custom chatbot to, create an AI agent with just AI. And then the last part that I want to give as a tip is that you can actually explore the N8N template library. There's so many templates here that's made by community members, and most of it are like fully fleshed built workflows that a lot of people charge a lot of money for. So for example, this one, automated invoice processing with Telegram, GPT-4o, OCR, and SAP integration. Like, this is super hyper targeted that it even has the SAP integration. But as we can see, like, you can, explore this, like, check, what the workflow does, and even view it, right? Then the cool thing about it is that it's free. And the way to use it, so you can either use the N8N cloud, but since we're self-hosting N8N, by the way, the video is going to be somewhere here, you can just copy this, paste it on our workflow, and then boom, we already have the template here to test out. All you need to do is just configure the credentials and connect the dots. So for example, this one, I don't know why he's got like some nodes here that are disconnected. This one, most of it are disconnected, but we got this for free, completely for free, and it's already has a specific description on what it does. And most of it actually are pretty well documented. Like, for example, how it works, how to set up, and they even have sometimes videos on here. So definitely give N8N template library a try. If you have an idea, what I recommend is just you going here, checking if there is an already existing template, and if there's none, choose a template that is close to what you want, then just modify it from there. You don't need to start from scratch, right? And then, actually, this is a bonus. I didn't like plan to share this, but the last part to speed up your workflow process is you can actually go to Claude or ChatGPT, and then you can tell it to create a workflow for you. So for example, create me an N8N workflow to automatically send emails and by my Telegram voice chat. I don't know, like, this is completely on the spot, but what I'm asking is for Claude to create the JSON file, the one that we just copied from template library, then paste it there. We can just copy it as well from here. So it's already doing everything for us. All right, let me just wait for it to finish. All right, after a couple of seconds, look at that. Look at that beauty. Copy that. And let's go to our workflow. Let's just delete this for now. Paste. Boom. Just try it out. Like, you'll be amazed at what AI can do right now. Right? So there are just a couple of things, all right? For example, this one isn't connected to this one because N8N can't detect the node. convert speech to text. Like, what is this? Install this node to use it. This node is currently not currently installed. It's either from a newer version of N8N, a custom node, or has an invalid structure. So that is like the possible challenge with these AI generated workflows, is that it's not updated, and then it could hallucinate to the point wherein it's gonna create its own node. So definitely just, what I'm gonna do here is probably just replace it, right? Send, and then just use a built-in node here or create my own. But like, dude, that's 90% of the work. We didn't even need to do anything here. So yep. For example, this one, it should be an expression, right? And so on. So I hope this video helped a lot. You should be good to go with N8N. Thanks.